Plaintiff Nadira Mills says the defendant is her mother, and she was never really there for Nadira because she was always addicted to heroin and cocaine. Nadira claims before the defendant married her husband, the co-defendant, he tried to get with Nadira, and she's suing both of them today for television. Defendants Maurice Riley and his wife, Delvoris Williams, say ever since they've been together, Nadira has done nothing but try to sabotage their relationship. Maurice claims Nadira once hit him in the mouth with a table leg and split his lip open. And 2 weeks ago, she slapped him in the face. Maurice denies owing for the TV because he insists it belonged to his wife.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Prove your case.
Well, when I was growing up, I never had a mother figure in my life. She was addicted to heroin, cocaine. She would do it in front of us. She would always tell me not to do it. And I said, oh, I won't ever be like you. At the age of 16, I had my first son. When I was in my senior year of school, I had my second child. Then that's when she met her husband. He was trying to come on to me. Like before he met my mother. Before he met my mother.
Where did you know him from?
I was just coming to visit my grandmother. He was across the street. They was having something across the street. I told him I had a man, and then next thing you know, the neighbors told me that go knock on his door. My mom in there. Then next thing you know, I knocked on the door where she was, went in the room. She told me she was zipping up her zipper. She was pulling up her pants. And I said, that's nasty. I said, because you didn't even know this man a long time, and he was trying to kick it to me.
Okay. Ma'am, do you want to respond to her allegation that you were for many years addicted to heroin?
Well, that's not true. I was on it for a year with my ex-husband.
What year?
This is between the years of 91 and 92, because I got off in 93 or 94.
Heroin wasn't even popular then.
Thank you. And
on heroin, you should have been on crack if you was going to be on something. I don't want you on crack, but yeah, if you're going to be on something, at least be in style.
But I got off in 94.
Okay.
But I had always been a mother to Nadira. My child, I love her dearly.
Judge, if I may, when we lived in Newark. I moved to Newark, New Jersey. And one day, Miss Mills did come to the block. I invited her and her children to the cookout. At no point in time did I approach her inappropriately or anything. Just as you have, I turned my life around. I did 17 and a half years in penitentiary. I was on the streets, I was group homes, forced homes, park benches, the whole nine. I turned my life around. Okay, about 3 years ago, I knew her and I knew her grandfather prior to even meeting her, my wife. Okay, my wife and I met, we were together, and my wife told me that before she allowed me to touch her, we have to be married, or at least engaged. I immediately, you see how gorgeous my wife is, I immediately went downtown and bought a ring. And we got engaged and got married on August 17th. This August 17th, this past was our third year, wedding anniversary. However, since we've been together, Your Honor, we have nothing but problems out of Miss Mills. To the point to where Miss Mills hit me in the mouth with a table leg, put 12 stitches in my mouth. She had pulled the knife on me. Just 2 weeks ago, Miss Mills slapped me. Again, Your Honor, I called the police on her, but the detectives called our house. I said no, because she has 3 children. So I'm not going to press charges on her because what I do to her affects my wife.
Where do these problems come from, son?
Your Honor, based on what my wife says, and she could testify to this, that every relationship she's been in, Miss Mills has done everything she can to sabotage it. Okay?
Yeah, but tell me about the specifics of this hitting you and causing all the stitches.
This is just what happened. One day, she was moving from a former place of residence she had. My wife and I went over there and packed her stuff up for us. She paid us to do so, yes, for doing labor. We were in the house, and my wife and I was having a major debate about something in my in-laws' house. So when I turned around, Miss Mills was standing behind me with a table leg in her hand. So I said, Deborah, what are you going to do with that stick? She said, you think I want to bust you in your head? I turned around to go back out the door. Then I turned back around and say something to my wife. Just as I turned around and say something to my wife, the stick hit me in my mouth.
Ma'am?
Your Honor, that is true, but the reason why I hit him because I was defending my mother. He had sliced my mother in her ear with a knife. Okay, many times. He's
Now,
abusive.
that time you're referring to, right?
Yes.
That day or night, he was slicing your mother in the ear.
No,
and while he was doing it, you decided to defend her by hitting him with the...
No, he yoked her up by the refrigerator. And I figured like this, that's my mother.
Okay, so you hit him while he had your mother yoked up?
No, he had took his hands off her. I said, why did you put your hands on her? I said, that's my
Lying.
mother.
She's lying.
So he said, he walked out, he was walking out
Okay,
the
you've
door.
told me 3 different things. Ma'am, why don't you tell me about this incident where he was hit?
It was about some food. We was, arguing over about a sandwich. So I just told him, just get out of my face. So he walked out of there. She turned around. Before I knew it, all I saw was, he said she bust me in my mouth.
Okay, good enough.
And I just
My
stood
lip
there.
was
I got
to
that.
you, Anna.
All right.
She has an abusive nature. No matter where she goes, she can go
so
to the
untrue,
supermarket.
Your Honor.
Somebody can look at her blouse and be
Yeah.
admiring her blouse. Her response is, "What is that looking at?" I'll knock her down.
Ma'am, has your daughter had a history of confrontation?
Yes.
That's not
All right,
true.
have you ever sought counseling for her?
Yes, I have.
And she attended counseling?
She doesn't keep
Did
up
your
with
mother ever seek to have you in counseling?
No, but I did. I
Okay.
seek myself into
Why?
counseling because I had an anger problem because
Okay,
of what
well,
she
then
has
all right.
done to me.
Let's get to the television, ma'am.
Okay, my mother had went to her house. My mother was staying with me, and she said somebody has broken into my house and broke the TV. I said, well, you need to call the cops and get this resolved. Then she gave me another story. I said, well, you need to go get the police report because I need to take it to Renter Center so they can give me another TV, and they got to come and get the TV because I have insurance on the TV. She says to me she never went to go get the police report. Then come to find out, he broke the TV.
How did you come to find that out?
Because my brother, my witness, had told me that he told him that it got broken.
Come on up. I'll get it directly from him. State your name.
My name's Jonathan Mills.
Okay, you told her that the defendant broke the television?
Yes,
How did you come to find that out?
because me and him close. We we get along, and he was telling me the problems that they was having. So he just told me, yes, I did break it. I was wrong. But I was going through something with your moms and whatever, and I just blacked out.
Sir, did you break the
In
television?
defense of that, Your Honor, one, yes, I did break the TV. My thing is that Miss Mills doesn't have a right to sue me for the television. The television was purchased for my wife as a birthday gift. It was delivered directly from Renter Center, directly to our house. We signed for it. It was assembled in our house and remained in our house. So therefore, she doesn't have a right to
Did
sue
you
me.
give it to your mother as a gift?
No, Your Honor, I didn't.
Ma'am?
Yes, she did, Your Honor.
I
You know
did
she
not.
did.
I told her, I bought the TV around the time of her birthday. She said, can I hold the TV? I said, no, Ma, I don't want to give you the TV because I haven't finished paying for the TV. So she kept asking me and begging me. So I said to her, okay, here's the TV.
Lying.
Don't let nothing happen to the TV.
Quiet.
I said, don't let nothing happen to the TV because I haven't finished paying for the TV.
Lying.
And right to this day, I have evidence
Evidence of what?
of the TV.
I admit I broke it already.
And
He
witness
admits he broke it.
statements.
I admit I broke it. That don't mean nothing.
He admits he broke it. What are your statements saying other than his admission?
Yeah, and I have the TV of the.
I believe it and I see it and he agrees. What you have to prove that it was loaned to her. You even admit that you put it in her possession around her birthday.
Because she kept saying she wanted a TV like mine, Your Honor. I have a
You
big.
have the same type of television?
Yes.
So why would you buy 2 for yourself?
Because you're lying.
Because Your Honor, this is a 26 inch. The one was a 32 inch.
Ma'am, you have to prove that it was loaned to her as opposed to given to her.
Your Honor, the 26 inch TV. She said. Nadira, because I've been had the TV, but Renter Center was fixing it for me. So then I told.
Ma'am, I believe them over you. I'm sorry. Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day.
Thank you. Yeah, now thank me. can't even outthink me. You can't even read. You can't beat me.
She can have her man. I don't have no type of. I just don't want her to call my house. Leave me alone. Don't speak to
that's
me.
not-
No, I don't want you to speak
That's
to me.
not fair.
I don't want you to call me ever again. Do you understand what I say? Don't call me ever. Ever.
Okay.
I'm
Just
tired of it.
The situation is at hand is this here. I told Miss Mills when she was in our house when she first
Oh,
the
be
TV was
quiet.
broken, the fact that I would pay for the
Be
TV
quiet,
then.
Mr. Magoo.
Okay, she started screaming and
Be
doing this what she's
quiet,
doing right
Coca-Cola
now.
glasses.
This is why she lost the case.
Okay,
because guess
so
what?
what?
She's moronic and she's an
All right.
idiot.
But
And
I'm
so
not
she
an
lost the
idiot.
case.
You's an
Yes,
idiot.
sir.
Yeah,
but I
but
still
guess
love
what?
my child.
You lost. I won.
Okay.
I'm out.